Hi, I'm George,
And I'm David.
and welcome to Men of Bourbon.
It's a pleasure to be back here, George.
It is great to be back here. Another wonderful weekend here in Chicagoland, and we've got a really great show planned for you today. Go ahead, David. Let the viewers know what we have planned for them today.
So today we're going to be reviewing two Jim Beam products, both of which I was really excited for us to dig into here. Devil's Cut and then the standard product that they have coming out here. And then we're going to be doing an ice bowl product.
We will be playing with our balls today, so we've got that going for us. But we've been doing this a little bit now with a lot of shorts going out. This is our second full-length show, so I thought we'd ask David what he wants to accomplish here.
So I was looking into, I know we do a lot of American stuff, and the plan is to do a lot of American product. I would love to branch out because obviously there's a lot of other countries where they're making similar products. Obviously not the quality that Americans produce, but I was really interested in Canadian Club, Crown Royal, just a lot of Canadian whiskeys because I don't feel like they're touched on a lot.
I can't do Canadian whiskey.
Why?
What do you mean, why? You have a beautiful bourbon, and it's aged in this smoky oak barrel. I swear to God, I read somewhere on the internet that the Canadian whiskey was aged in Gordie Howe's Jock. Is that what you want to drink?
Okay.
Is that what you want?
I mean, I am a hockey stan, I guess, but that's not something I guess I'd want to touch.
Especially Gordie Howe, man.
But all right, hey, let's get started here.
Well, let's kick this thing off. So what we've got, we have the rest of our Jim Beam already in a nice little sipping cup here for each of us. And then we have a palate cleanser from between, and we can review and compare each of these because we haven't even cracked the bottle of Devil's Cut yet. But I thought I'd go into the whole Devil's Cut thing first. Why Devil's Cut? What is a Devil's Cut? Well, when they make whiskey, of course, they put it in these barrels, these oak barrels, and some evaporates, some soaks into the wood. So the lore behind this is the part that evaporates is the Angel's Cut, and the part that gets soaked into the wood is the Devil's Cut. And that's what we have here. So how do they get the bourbon out of the oak?
They squeeze it.
I thought that too, but as it turns out, that's not what they do.
Okay.
It's a proprietary thing, they said, so we don't know what they do. We don't even know what this is, right?
Well, I do love lore, but it seems like there's a little bit of lore being left out by the sake of Jim Bourbon.
There
Jim
is.
Beans, excuse me.
I think though there's some thoughts on how they're doing it. Some people think they're sweating it out of the barrels and then just mixing it with water. But they say that's not what they're doing. I'm thinking probably it's a little more high tech. This stuff's not that old actually. I've only been making it for a few years. I'm thinking probably they're using some kind of ultrasonic thing to loosen up the wood panel, the wood grain.
And shake it out.
Shake it out, yeah.
I wonder what the difference for that and then the Angel's Cut is, because that's supposed to be a different proprietary method as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I just know the Devil's Cut, and we're going to see what's going on. Extracted from the barrel walls, right on the bottle, but we don't know how.
Huh?
So whatever they're doing, apparently they're cutting it with water. So, that's normal because you get 160 proof alcohol. You got to cut it down to 80. So there's always water in bourbon, but we'll see how much water is in this.
All right.
So if you'd like to do the honors to crack that bottle,
Wonderful. Oh, jeez.
they made it easy for you, David. Come on.
Well, I was expecting the top to order that. I thought we were professional about it.
No,
There we go.
one block this screen professional.
All right.
And we can go ahead and we'll keep these separate. I just throw a little in there.
Yep.
All right, I think we should start with the old-fashioned Jim Beam.
Absolutely.
So I think what we're looking at. Here's mine. Salute.
Oh, that's classic.
It is, right? Because
Yeah.
this is what generally, if you're a bourbon drinker, you're starting out with Jim Beam or Jack Daniels, or in our case, Osco. But I still want to know who made that Osco stuff.
We'll figure that out eventually. Oh, we should do. I want to do an entire short on that.
I was looking.
Yeah, we'll
was
figure that
looking
out.
for
I'm doing
Oscar. I
some
don't do it
information on
anymore.
that. We'll figure that out.
You got a guy.
I have an idea.
You got a guy. He's got a guy.
I have a guy for that.
Yeah, he's got a guy for that. He's got a guy for Osco bourbon. Who would have thought? So this is kind of you're definitely getting a lighter smell out of it, and you're picking up the fruity toast, don't you think?
You know what I get out of this? I get your parents' basement. You're 16 years old. You want to try something real. You're not looking to try moonshine or Everclear or something that your dad's just got stuffed under there that he cuts with or mixes with other stuff.
That was heroin for Diener.
It's
Real! Keep it real!
Certainly wasn't for me. Yeah, but you're 16 years old, summer night, hanging out with your friends, you're eating, Taco Bell or something, but you really want to try a man's drink.
I do think this would pair great with Taco Bell, actually.
You want to know a bit of story about why I'm half bringing that up?
Yeah.
Because my first drink was Jack Daniels.
Right.
Sort of a similar situation. And that same night, I got so blasted drunk because I chugged half the bottle.
Oh my God.
That I was throwing and having Taco Bell thrown at me. So this is a deep recollection of memory.
So can you eat Taco Bell now?
Oh, I'm Hispanic. I have to. They take my card away. All right.
All right. Let's take a little sip here.
Man, that sits in the tongue really well too.
It does, and you know what? This is one of the two. Everyone has it first. It does have a little bit of a kick. People say it's kind of mellow, but you can feel it back there a little bit. It's kind of mellow. It's only was it 80 proof? I think Jim Beam.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, that's kind of this is literally the last of my Jim Beam.
Okay.
But it's sitting there. You can.
Is that? Do you get vanilla out of that?
I think a lot of bourbons you do. I think.
I definitely get vanilla.
Yeah, definitely a kind of an after punch of vanilla. But it's not something that's gonna sit with you for a long time. I don't think.
No, and you know what? It always makes me want a little bit more than whatever I got in my mouth at that time.
I think you have a problem.
Well, yeah, I'm Polish too, so it's native to me.
We'll keep the potato water away from you. Very good. It's an American classic.
Obviously a staple in the American alcohol institution.
And I would give this, honestly, a solid 7 out of 10.
I think that's fair. I enjoy my decimal in these ratings, but I would just give it a solid 7.
All right, that's fine. You can go 7-1, 7.
No,
9.
I think it is a staple enough to where it is consistently performing at something you could easily identify.
That's their thing. They have a proprietary corn or something. I can't remember what the deal was with it, but they have a proprietary corn strain that they only use, and that's how they've been so consistent over the years.
I mean, that's marvelous. Obviously, they produce in such a wide amount or in such large quantities. That would make sense. So I get that.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite Japanese beverage company.
Oh yeah, they're Japanese.
Isn't Suntory Japanese?
Suntory, that sounds Japanese.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
I mean,
we should research
sharing a little of our ignorance with that, I suppose.
We know about bourbon, but not about the business behind it.
Suntory.
All right. I'm gonna cleanse my palate now. And we'll go on to the new stuff.
What? None of that coffee this time?
Oh God, no! This stuff was awful. But next time we do have a beer that was aged that was made in whiskey caskets.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be our next show.
Exciting.
So stay tuned, folks.
You got this nice clean Ogala Aquifer water here to cleanse our palate.
Yes, this is definitely good water. All right. Now we have the Devil's Cut. Now we went through the history of the Devil's Cut and why it's the Devil's Cut. The color is it seemed a little lighter, don't you think?
I would call it a little caramelly.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so.
More so, honestly, than just in a comparison's sake. Yeah, the color, maybe you're right, a little darker. What do you get for smell? What's your nose here?
I think it hits you harder than the regular beam.
Let's see. I get a little bit for comparison's sake.
I couldn't do it. I guess I have the problem.
You know what? No. Here, you want to smell mine?
Yeah.
Smell it. This is actually more of an alcohol punch.
Yeah, you're right. That is more alcoholic.
This is a stronger flavor profile just coming off of it for the nose.
Yeah.
But
are you getting a little cinnamon there?
Definitely a little cinnamon. I feel like I smell the corn. Now that you've brought it up, I feel like I do get a lot of the corn smell out of it.
We're in Illinois, so you smell the corn everywhere.
And soybean.
Yeah.
All right.
Do they make alcohol out of soybean? Is this our $1 million idea?
I bet we could. Yeah, I was going to say, bet we could investigate.
That'd be awful.
Sure, but that doesn't mean anything. Think about sake.
In the future, we'll find out if we go into the soybean alcohol business.
All right.
It depends on how many of you watch. If you want to get rid of us, hit that like button.
All right,
let's give it a shot.
Oh my God.
Very different. You definitely taste the oak. It smacks you right outside the head.
Massively different. You get the oak for sure, the barrel char that comes out of it. Oh my god! And you're instantly hit with just flavor. I don't feel the alcohol punch on it nearly as much as I felt on the original product.
I agree. I think this is probably a superior product just for that because you're getting the flavor that's been imbued in the liquor as opposed to just the alcohol sitting on your tongue. Very good, actually.
There's got to be caramel in this. Sip it on the tiniest amount of product and tell me you don't get a lot of caramel out of that.
Oh yeah,
I get massive hits of that. Oak
so just
too.
A little, well, yeah, definitely the oak.
Yeah, you get a lot of the oak. Yeah, I love it. Oh my god.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, it's great. Have you ever had this?
No, this is my first experience with this.
Oh, this is great. As soon as I saw a commercial, I guess it came out like 10 years ago. They started making this stuff. I think.
I used to have a friend used to talk about this as an upcoming product, and he was always super interested. I don't. He ended up being more of a gin guy, so we couldn't stay friends. But he was always really excited.
Canadian.
He's a little Canadian.
Oh.
French Canadian too, the worst kind.
That is the worst kind.
It's a wild product.
Yeah, definitely the finish is definitely the oak, but you still some cinnamon.
You get the cinnamon the whole time. I think you get cinnamon the entire sip that you get. As soon as it gets down to your stomach, you get some cinnamon.
Definitely, though, I think a better product than the regular Jim Beam. I like this a lot, actually. I like the oakiness. I like the smokiness. I believe it's a little. It's more than. Is it 90?
90 proof.
Yeah, it's 90. So it's a little stronger than regular Beam. And it really hits.
That's shocking.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, I don't get as much of an alcohol taste. I think.
Oh yeah, for that reason, yeah. This is definitely. This is smoother. Whatever they're doing. With
whatever the trade secret is.
Yeah, they're doing something right. However, they're sweating it out, or if they're just putting it in a wood chipper, and I don't know what they're doing, but it's good.
Yeah, the splinters would go down well at that point too.
Well, it's 90 proof. You need a disinfect the wounds.
Wonderful.
And it was good.
Wonderful change of pace from last week's episode.
Yeah, we had two good products as opposed to having to make our own. This is good. At the Devil's Cut,
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna lead you. Usually you go first this time.
You go ahead.
I'm gonna give it a 9.2.
Are you really?
I think it's first of all the best product we've tried.
It is by far.
But there was nothing I didn't like about it. Were there things that could have been a little bit better? Yes, the things that I would have liked about it, I think a slight bit more. I think could have been a little bit smoother.
Yeah,
it's definitely a smooth product, but there are some flaws that come through it, and the taste profile I think is perfect. That's what makes it a 9. Could be a little bit smoother, and honestly, I would like it a little stronger. I think as well. But that's my alcoholism.
I liked it a lot too. I wasn't gonna go that high. I'd go an 8.6 on it. It's pretty good. It's definitely a more refined product, I think, than the regular Jim Beam. And there's nothing wrong with regular Jim Beam.
No,
I
not
like
at
it a
all.
lot. It's your great entry level bourbon down there with Jack Daniels. But this is definitely a step up. We'll have to do a similar thing with Jack Daniels and Gentleman Jack, I think.
Gentleman Jack is something I actually have a decent amount of experience in, so I'm excited for us to try that.
Yeah, it is a smooth bourbon.
That is my favorite standard product bourbon.
Well, we just try the stuff we got for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's not standard. Is a different way to describe that, I guess. But
no, not that one. The other one, the one that's sitting on the other edge of the desk over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be something.
That's we got an award winner coming up here soon. We're getting the easy stuff out of the way as we work the bugs out of the program here.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's the Devil's Cut is a solid choice if you want to change up your bourbon regime a little bit.
I super agree. I think it's a product that you could bring out when you're just willing to enjoy a product by itself or with friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have something else for you guys this week too. We saw on Amazon, everyone always says this beautiful whiskey balls, and when they're doing these types of things. I thought, well, David, we need to show off our balls too.
I say that a lot.
Yeah, well, that's just a judge talk here.
I don't like to talk about what I did in the past, but I appreciate that. Let's keep it clean.
All right, we've got so I got a whiskey ball mold, not just your little silicone round mold, but something that's supposed to guarantee perfectly clear, beautiful ice balls. And the picture, I mean, the picture that they used to advertise the products. These balls were like crystal clear. They looked like mountain spring water. I mean, they were made for a beautiful shot. It would have looked great in our in our drinks as we have back a few here today. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go grab the product real quick. I'm gonna grab our first 2 shots at trying to make these. The thing at this point, already they're in a hole though, because they're supposed to be a sack to store your. You're gonna kill me. But they were supposed to be a sack to store your balls in. It did not come with the sack. So the fact that they
George isn't known for his firm and clear sack, so absolutely.
Thank you. The storage container did not come with it, so that was a disappointment. But I'll be right back. Hold on.
He's digging through a container for a sack right now. And it's as musky as I thought it would be.
So, as anyone would when you lose your ball sack, I relied on Ziploc.
Ugh.
And we've got 2 here. The first 2 batches here. The first one I'm going to show you is what happens when you don't follow the instructions. So I kind of filled it up to the top instead of letting it fill itself up from the bottom. And as you can see here, this is not crystal clear.
Opaque, misty, Silent Hill 2. Like it's not the clearest thing.
No, it's not. You're not looking through this thing. This is not going to give us the beautiful shot of our wonderful bourbon.
You're not prognosticating anything off that orb.
No, not at all. So I thought, okay, what happens if we follow the directions, right? Now it should work, right? No, they look pretty much the same, as you can see here. I mean, it's a great looking
orb.
Great looking orb, yeah. I'm sure it'll do a great job cooling a beverage.
I appreciate that you put 2 in each, so that it would be reminiscent of what I would need it to look like. Just so I could stay on top of it.
But here's the unit that is making these mediocre ice orbs. I thought, what can we do different? What can we do to give them the benefit of the doubt? So I thought, well, maybe it's the water where I live. Maybe it's over aerated. Maybe it's not great. And you know what? If it's because it's not great, you should probably stop letting your kids drink the water here, because it's not clear.
I never let them drink water here.
But we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what happens with distilled water now.
This is a first reveal for both of us, too. They're completely unplanned.
Yeah. Oh,
which explains...
Never open it, yeah. I grabbed the bottom.
Okay.
Pull. Well,
interesting.
That's not what I was looking for.
My trepidation that comes out of whatever's about to happen is rising.
Here we go.
Oh no!
Oh no! There's still water there. I think it's still supposed to be water in the bottom.
Okay.
So let's see what we got.
Rather frigid.
Yeah, as I feared.
Oh. I don't know. Give it a sec.
Well,
yeah, that's
partially clear.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You can see there is a clear spot, but it should all look like that.
Let's see. So, when I rub the orb here, as I'm so fond of doing, I would argue that that's fairly clear.
Oh yeah, you know what that is?
It's streaky, but this isn't too bad.
That is pretty nice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more akin to like a Christmas ornament at this point than it is something I would look through.
That's what I expected, though.
Yeah, I agree. This is what I would have expected with any water.
Yeah.
Distilled water should have been completely pristine.
We just need a... No, that's not helping this one.
No.
So I guess there you go. So...
I mean, it is an ice ball.
It is an ice ball.
The product, as advertised, is coming out correct, but...
The problem being, though, it's not coming out as advertised. It's giving you what you want at a minimum, but not... It's even the name, Glacio. That implies crystal clear water. And let me say this, too.
What? You're telling me a big business would lie?
We followed the directions here perfectly for this last one, and gave them the benefit of distilled water. There should be no impurities in this water. And okay, it worked pretty good on the last one. But that's not what they're advertising, unfortunately. What they're advertising is, I believe their website says take any water and get crystal clear, results. And that is not what you get. Otherwise, though, what we got is
chunky ice.
Chunky ice down here in the bottom, but it's crystal clear.
Well, that's where it all ended up.
Yeah. You got a pretty good unit here. It's a big unit, and I will say you're getting better quality ice if you just get silicone mold, because sometimes it's lying on it in your freezer and it's not doing what you want it to do, or it doesn't leak. These are show no leakage. It produced beautiful spheres. The spheres themselves, perfect. Just not quite as clear as I would have liked for what they advertised. So I don't know. I'd give this product probably a 7.
7, that's high.
Yeah.
So I would say if it's a 5, it does what it's intended to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
That's fair because it did not do what it advertised.
If I need to put in a specific product and it doesn't tell me I need to put in that specific product, I feel like that's bad advertising.
And you know what? It's got to drive up your cost of ice too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole thing is and then having to go to the Jewels and get
the Jewels,
and get your water.
I begrudge that it is inherently an aesthetic only product. You don't need it to enjoy something that you wouldn't have with regular ice. But if I'm getting a custom product that's doing a custom service, that service should meet the criteria that I'm expecting it to meet.
I agree.
And it is not doing that.
No, it did not do that at all. It's disappointing, really.
Sure.
This is I think it was like a $30 or $35 product. So this isn't just like a $2 ice roll that you get from Temu. This was something I bought from Amazon with the hopes of getting
a decent product out of.
Yeah, but it was not. It's interesting the way it's supposed to work. Apparently, you put the mold in this holes and it fills up from the bottom, and that's supposed to keep the water from getting foggy. And it worked with the distilled water. I'm just wondering how bad my water is. Yeah,
sounds like you should get someone out here.
Well, maybe I should. I'm used to Camp Lejeune water though, so I can drink anything.
I'll start putting bleach in your water. That should clear it up.
That's what the Gunny did, but I heard he died of cancer. No, for real.
Really?
Yeah, the Gunny in that story.
Really?
Yeah, he really died of cancer.
Well, now I feel bad.
Yeah, you're a terrible person, David.
I've been told that many times. Mostly by you, but yeah, I've been told that a lot.
Have I ever lied to you, though?
No, and I wouldn't expect it to change now.
I'll tell you what, David.
I'll take one of your balls.
I'm going to let you play with my balls.
Oh, yeah!
And we'll go ahead, and we're going to have a little more Devil's Cut, I think.
Yeah.
Because, you know what? We have this whole box here. And we have these balls. Let's just see how this looks.
We'll give it a little bit extra this time.
Yeah, we could use a little more this time.
Is that good, or do you think you need a little more?
No, I think it's good. They do look good in there. And maybe after adding alcohol, they clear up a little bit. No.
Everything looks better when it's in Devil's Cut, George.
That's true. Now we're having this cold for the first time.
Yeah. Hey, let it sit for a sec. Mine was still too warm.
There's no such thing as bad Devil's Cut.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So, upcoming shows. Here's what we've got for you. I ordered a bunch of crap from Temu. So that's going to be fun, because as you would expect, that nothing was as it seemed. We've got a whiskey smoking kit. I'm really excited.
Yeah, absolutely. We both were talking about that a lot. We're very interested.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do with that? We're gonna get. See, I keep talking about Osco brand bourbon because I wanted to get the Osco brand bourbon and smoke it and compare it to this Devil's Cut because it is a smoky flavor. But I don't think Osco is buying their private label bourbon anymore. Maybe I need to go to a different Osco.
It sounds like I need to find it the same way I found our other special product.
Maybe, yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Because
we're looking. Here's what you guys can do at home: the worst bourbon you ever had.
Sure.
Let us know what the worst bourbon you ever had is, and we'll smoke it and see if it helps it, and then we'll compare it to good bourbon. And speaking of good bourbon, we have another good bourbon that an award winner we're going to be reviewing soon, and then we have something very special that David found that we're not going to spill.
Yeah, we're waiting until that gets here. It was quite a trek across the Atlantic to get here.
Yeah, ironically, we ordered our bourbon, the American drink, the quintessential American drink from overseas.
Yeah.
because
I got it from
it's that rare.
It's that rare, and I got it from somebody who had it just tucked away in their private stocks. I got it for. It was a bit of a steep price.
It was a bit of a markup from what I remember.
Well, comparatively, I imagine it's quite the markup. But unique. I guarantee you guys, you've never seen this product before. So we're very excited for you guys to review it and for us to share it with you.
We have found 0 reviews for it online, and that's incredible. I mean, even the small batches, you find someone that has reviewed it because people love bourbon. But nothing on this one. It's something I remember fondly from my days as a younger adult. So hopefully it's as good as I remember.
It'll be here soon.
If not, man, you paid out the nose for something.
I did. Right now it's in Massachusetts, so hopefully the Bostonians aren't chugging it.
Hopefully I'll throw it in the damn bay.
Honestly, if they saw it, I wouldn't blame them. The bottle looks terrible right now.
It's not open.
No, it's unopened,
so
and it's completely unblemished in the actual product. I think the label's all torn off and stuff. It is not in good shape.
It won't be pretty, but it'll be pretty tasty. So we'll see what we got. We've recently started ramping up our shorts or our shots, as we call them, production too. So please stay tuned and watch those. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. We are everywhere.
Soon we're going to be on Twitch.
Yes, soon we can be on Twitch, and we also are setting up a Discord server. Some of the things, like the Discord server, I'm thinking will be part of our, what do you call it? Our premiums for our...
For membership?
Yeah, for their membership through... What? This website's going to really love us. I can't remember who they are.
Which website?
Like where you pay, because of the P.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That was your idea.
For the sake of it, I'm not going to tell them.
No, it's everyone out there knows what I'm talking about at this point too.
Yeah, sure.
Because you pay a monthly subscription to get premium content and premium.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. You're right.
Okay, no more whiskey for you.
Let's get you back to bed.
Yeah, well, your daughter about to take care of me in my old age, so get used to it.
Listen, I make all the money. I'll decide where you wind up. We'll take care of you, but that might be in the shed out back. So
I could be happy in the shed.
Honestly, I think you would be happy in the shed.
Will I have Devil's Cut?
You'll have something. I'll tell you it's Devil's Cut.
Well, that's good as long as I think it's Devil's Cut.
This is a lot more acidic than I remember.
Wow.
Honestly, again, tasting it with the ice ball in it,
it's great.
It's pretty great.
It is great. And you know what? The ice ball is clearing up with the Devil's Cut. Is it the power of Satan, or is it the...
I don't want to drink something that has that in it. I'm a God-fearing Catholic.
We both are.
Yeah.
We both are. But,
yeah, man.
It is good cold.
Yeah, it is really good cold, and I get even more of the caramel and the vanilla that comes through it.
It is definitely enhancing the experience.
A significantly stronger sensation that comes from that, and much less of the... No, actually, much more of the alcohol comes through, but it's still the flavor.
Like, yeah,
it's not
you get
just
the flavor and the bite. Yeah, whereas with the Jim Beam, it's more bite than flavor, I think.
I'm a sipper, too, so I get the little flashes. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you go to your local bar, you're going to see people who aren't sipping correctly.
Well, I was in the Marine Corps, we used to sip by the fifths, but it's...
I'd sit it out of my shoe, generally.
If need be, yeah.
All right. Well, hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're super excited to bring this content to you, and we hope you tune in again.
And you know what? It's been a pleasure being here with you again, David. We'll do it again with some very special products. Hopefully our mystery product is in for the next show.
Yeah.
That'd be great. And until then, prost.
Yeah. Zdrowie.